Oh.
There's a call in the air, can you hear it ring? A vision of change, it's our time to bring. Gather round all you dreamers and doers. Together we're stronger, together we're movers. Lifting each voice, a chorus so bold. In the name of love, let our stories unfold. Every heart matters, every hand we lend. Welcome to the table where we all transcend. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the calls. No more division, it's time to unite. Each story, each struggle, it's our shared light. From every corner, let's lift and embrace, creating a future with compassion and grace. So let's build the bridges, let's cross every line. In the heart of the struggle, the stars will align. The promise of progress with every hand we lend. Welcome to the table where we all transcend. To the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the calls. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative, together we'll answer the calls. Together we'll rise. Together we'll fight. Hand in hand we'll chase the light. And we'll chase the light. Championing change, let's write our own song. With faith in each other, we can't go wrong. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the call. So come join the circle, take your place here. With love as our guide, we'll shed every fear. Welcome to the table, the time is now. In unity we stand, let's take our bow.
That's
Just pulled
okay.
the
I don't know, it
the
caused
old
some major panic in those two, to be fair.
It did.
it's-
Welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday night, and we are getting ready to play some D&D. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited about it because that's just
Oh, yes.
yeah. This is gonna hopefully be a really good session. I hope every session's really good. Actually, like let's be honest here. We don't want just
Mhm.
like one good session then 5 bad sessions. That's not how you want this to go. You want every session to be a really good session, right? So, but I
Yep.
hope this one is really gonna be a good session. Maybe I don't know. It is quite warm here, so I think we're gonna have to try to like keep this one to 2 hours, maybe, because
Mhm.
the heat has beaten the crap out of us, and we had a
Mhm.
massive apartment fire literally like 2 blocks away from our work.
Yeah.
That burned down like
Jeez.
apartment building and shit. It was
Yeah.
crazy. But we're here tonight to play some D&D, and that's super exciting. I can't wait to jump into this one. But Ruben, do you have something to say?
Oh,
You have
yes,
something
I
to say?
do. For our fellow fans that love D&D like us, if you want to cop some wonderful merch, like if you're traveling through with your companions and you gotta roll for initiative, check out the Etsy shop. We have some wonderful shirts. You got like this one, the 4 Initiative. If you're feeling fun and you want to ride a beast, that's a comfy shirt. It's a good shirt. Or if you're training with your sisterhood companion and you roll a natural 20 on a smack out of nowhere. Or if you're feeling a little frisky, you can get a chest love shirt too. Check out the Etsy shop. They're all comfy shirts. There's also a sweater I have somewhere. Also other stuff. Check out the Etsy shop. They're really good stuff to wear.
That was absolutely awesome, man. I appreciate you doing that. Listen,
You're welcome.
it's there to have fun, but same as always. I say this every time. Everyone's the best support you can give us is just coming and hanging out. Right, but if you do want some cool swag, we have some interesting things. We got some sweaters and stuff. We got some sayings on things, just stuff like that. Anyways, but that was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate you doing
You're
that.
welcome.
That was absolutely awesome. But tonight's session, it's gonna be a doozy. Now we could do I don't think we do a recap of last session. I think we just kind of dive into it a little bit.
Okay.
Because it keeps things just a little, hidden, if you could. You all, we'll do a brief one real quick. You all did find your way. Ronnie, you did collect Hathor and Orlana, and you led them down the sketchy path, if you would, to a place where they had not been, and they were questioning whether or not they should follow. But you did take them. You had a thought that you'd found something quite interesting. And as you all made your way through the corridor, and you walk past the wall that just shifts into a doorway, and you make your way down the corridor and into the massive library that just has books lining the walls and different labyrinth walkways that lead all the way to what looks like a large stone table in the middle of this rather large cavernous room. This is somewhat of what you see, just so you guys are aware.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhat of what you see. It's built into the mountain. The walls are covered in bookshelves, and there are carriageways that lean off in multiple directions. And as you get to this stone table, there's a few books sprawled across it. And as Ronnie turned to look at both you, Hathor and Orlana, as she holds up a book that looks incredibly familiar, as you both have seen Wild Oak back home, right in the exact same. And I can't stretch how the exact same the familiarities of this book are. When you look at it, you see the same tree with the roots growing down and the big egg on the front of it. As you looked at it, it almost looks like it was the one that he has been writing in when you've been there. What are you running?
So, I started reading this journal, and I know who Wild Oak is. At least I know his past. He's Oakland Brimstone. This journal is a kind of about his whole life with his dragon, from when he found the egg to raising it and growing the bond to finding the shadow that he had to fight, and the plan that his dragon came up with in order to seal this away. It's also about, you know, how Dernrath came to be. He built it with his own hands.
Wow.
It's, I mean, very emotional. I'm still not. The feelings that he conveys through this is crazy, and I think it hits close to home just because we have our dragons too, and it makes me slightly worried and concerned that what if that's the only way to seal this thing that's now breaking free?
What if what's the only way to seal this thing?
Sacrifice?
We've always known that. For everything we've read, there's always been a sacrifice that sealed it away.
Well, this made it a little more real.
Go to it and just start skimming through all the entries as well. Get a better feel of it.
Do you hold the book or do you lay it down on the table?
Yeah, I'll kind of hold it near Hathor too, and that just so that she gets an idea as well.
Was that?
Hathor's not really looking at it. She's mainly looking at Ronnie. Wants to continue talking with Ronnie.
Okay. Orlana, as you look through this book, breathing, just skimming, most of these writings look very old. Some of them are worn out. The pages are quite brittle. If you're like, are you skimming through it quite quickly?
Yeah.
You notice that like one of the pages gets a little tear in it because of how brittle the pages actually are while you're ripping through it, while you're like pushing through it. And as Orlana does that,
Ronnie hearing that would be, hey, careful, take your time, please.
Okay.
This is a relic. Do not damage it, please.
Okay, sorry.
It'll be my neck on the line. I don't know. I always kind of figured that. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping that maybe we could defeat this thing or figure out some weakness. Maybe through books and reading and I don't know, find something. And I mean, still these other books that Highkeeper Pallion has set out, he thinks that they might be helpful. He picked out this one as well, which kind of confirms our suspicion of what we heard that Wild Oak was here. I don't know why. I didn't get a chance to ask him.
Recently?
I mean, this book's not recent. I don't know when it was added to our shelves.
Well, it's the exact same as the one he carries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so Wild Oak is the first rider, which I was very certain he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that feeling too.
Before we left Dernrath last, I talked with him, and I knew it. I knew he was. But why did he lie? Why didn't he tell us? Is it magic? Is it a spell? Does this book explain that?
Maybe
no, but it does. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You keep going. I'm gonna gather more thoughts here.
Okay. it's been years, and I don't feel like it's a subject that I would want to talk about if I lost my dragon. The way that he had to lose his.
Wouldn't
And
you-
he's been back and forth between the two realms where the dragons are. Maybe that thing to his memory as well. I mean, we don't know.
He's been to Umbra.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, from the last couple entries. Unless I'm misunderstanding that. DM, feel free to correct me.
Orlon, as you're as Ronnie is saying this to Hathor, you scroll and you're flipping through the page. You get closer to the end of the journal, and you find a entry. It says what was it? 240 years during wrath. Roots grow where I sleep. This is becoming inconvenient. My skin has changed, not greatly, but enough. It has become rougher. My eyes reflect green and gold in firelight, and animals no longer fear me. Yesterday, a bird built its nest in my hair while I meditated. Did not notice for 3 hours. The little residents of Durnrath have stopped calling me Oakland. They call me Wild Oak. At first I disliked it. Now, Oakland feels like the name of a man I remember being. Perhaps that is what I am now. A memory of him.
Well, that definitely changes my perspective of him.
What's that?
Oh, reading through some of this, it changed my perspective on him. Yeah, I can kind of see in a way, how at times how reckless we were with our dragons, how harsh he was. Like, I get it. They're part of us. We're part of them. Sacred bond. We got to cherish that. And this one here, this how he got his name, Wild Oak. He's been living for a long time now. Pretty insane stuff to read. And as I'm kind of glancing through, skimming,
Okay.
is there anything on the edges of the book, like the paper?
No.
Designs or anything? Okay.
No. Each page is simple. It's a piece of parchment with what looks like scribble written on it. It's legible, but it looks like it's been written in the same hand, and it looks very, very old.
Okay.
Hathor, do you? What else are you doing? Are you still reading, or after hearing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kind of keep going a bit and look at Ronnie for a second. Like Hathor kind of said, we kind of figure there might be a sacrifice to stop what is happening. But it's going to be more scary now if it's either going to be us that is sacrificed, or I get where you're scared from, the dragons. Because we'll be losing a part of ourselves as well if we do that. Turn my head back and then gingerly turn the pages.
Yeah, I think it was less scary before I could feel their heartbeat. One thing I did, there was one piece of information that was in there about this black mist dragon that they were fighting. Was that they did figure out, because it turns into that mist, was that they had to strike it when it turned solid. So it does turn solid at some point. I mean, if this is the same thing, which it kind of seems like it is from what we've seen. They learned through many fights and close calls when to actually hit it to do the damage. And that was one of the notes that he had written in there after one of the battles.
What you thinking of this, Hathor?
I don't think it changes much of anything. Except the fact that Wild Oak didn't tell us. How did Varus, his dragon, die? He sacrificed himself. How?
Give me a second. I didn't read exact details. I know Varus, what Wild Oak had picked up was that Varus believed that he could use his soul as the lock that held him since he belonged to both worlds. I don't know the specifics how. I don't think I would have written the specifics how either, to be fair.
Yeah. And there might be some, seeing the last bit of this, even though Varus is not with Wild Oak physically, but Wild Oak's soul feels him. So in a way, if we have to do what we have to do with our dragons, we might still feel the way Wild Oak felt with Varus. We still feel the bond. There's still some hope that they're also going to be a part of us. Gingerly put the book back. After that,
Ronnie.
You're reading that.
Roll me a history check, please. Do it with advantage because you had you just read this book.
Okay.
Like,
it wasn't a week ago that I had
it
heard
was
this
like
and
20
was emotionally crying on camera.
Within
No.
an hour. Within an hour ago, you would have probably read this whole book. So
Okay.
just roll me a history to see if you can recall. You know what? Yeah, go ahead.
I was
Go ahead.
emotional. I was emotionally distraught while reading this book. Okay.
Okay.
History +4. Psalms.
You remember reading an entry? Wild Oak had titled it "The Answer," and it spoke of how Varus explained to Oakland how there was a way to lock this thing away with him sacrificing his soul, and there was an argument between the two about where Oakland is telling him no, he can't do that. He's not going to let him, and Varus simply telling him it's what has to be done. And in that entry, throughout this whole book, when you're reading it, you were reading this journal. Oakland spoke. You guys have felt, Ronnie, you felt the connection between your dragon and yourself, and how you can feel how they feel and they can feel how you feel, but it's not like the connection is not perfect. It's like static. You only feel so much. You don't feel everything. But from what you read in this book, it looks like there was a two-way bridge between Oakland and Varos that was so connected. They felt each other's feelings at every moment. Every thought was transferred between the two of them.
Right.
There was no wall. Even when you wanted a wall, there wasn't one. You couldn't build a wall. You couldn't hide anything from each other because they were so connected. On that, what was your history? 13 plus?
Plus 4.
Okay, so 17. You remember another entry just after this all happened that he wrote about how Varos' soul is gone, but not gone. It's there, but not there. You remember how he talked about during the battle, the creature, what he was able to draw it into the breach, and Varos was able to use his energy to hold it. You remember one of the entries where what Oakland Brimstone wrote before it happened, Varos turned and smiled at me, and how dragons should not be able to smile. And in that moment, the entire sky became gold. The creature screamed, the world shook, and they both disappeared. And how the last thing he heard was Varos, not his voice, but his feeling of resolve.
Forgot. I had stopped writing at a certain point because I just couldn't.
There's entries in this book. I'll send each of you a copy of what I've written down so you actually have it, so you don't have to worry about writing it down. About how he felt a pull to the east, to the Arendor Mountains, and he made his way, how he reached it and he found the gate. He found the stone door in the mountain itself. Had this feeling that he could feel Varos on the other side, and had this feeling that he had to protect it. And that's when he started building the walls. He started building Durnrath itself, and eventually 37 years passed, and he had built a wall and then a gate. And during this time, little creatures started to show up. Little dragon-like creatures, no taller than his knee, with scales, and they spoke in these clicks, almost. None of them had wings. They had narrow snouts and bright eyes, and seemed far too intelligent for such a small creature. And as he built the walls, he noticed that they started to help him. One day it was just one, then it was 3. And by the time he had put enough time into building this keep, there was 27 of them. The reason why Durnrath has its name is because he dreamed one night and he heard Varos speak it. So Durnrath is named Durnrath because he feels it was named by Varos. The next entry is the one that you read, Orlana, the 12 years at Durnrath. Next one after that is 240 years at Durnrath. The next one after that is 4 centuries at Durnrath. And the final entry, which you can't really tell how much longer that was. He's no longer writing in it every day. He's writing in it sporadically now when something happens or when he feels that he needs to. He talks about how he's now crossed into Umbral. And he doesn't, when he's there, he doesn't know whether or not an hour in Umbral could be a year in Umberfell. He can't tell the time difference anymore. So spending a year or two in Umbral could feel like he's missed centuries in Umberfell. And how he is now the keeper of Umbral and will only come when the riders are called again. You hear the faint sounds of footsteps as you're standing at the table. Sounds like they're coming through the corridors. Can't really pinpoint where, as whenever something falls onto this stone floor, it kind of echoes throughout all of the chamber itself. But they are approaching.
Kind of glance around. See who it is.
Oh, you
I'm
don't.
gonna grab another book.
Yeah, they're not on you yet. When you did come down here, Ronnie, with Highkeeper Pallion, he did point out there's a few books on the table. One of them was titled The Black Clef. Another one titled The Cult of the Hollow Light. Things that he felt you would need to understand, as you don't know how or why he would know, but he knew kind of what you had to do next.
I would like to look at the Cult of the Hollow Light.
Okay, you open the book. It's a simple book. It's not very elegant in any way. It looks like this was scribbled in by a seeker long ago. From your understanding, most of these books that are on these shelves are writings of seekers and historians who have gone out and investigated the world and come back, and they've left them here. This is like their tellings. Most of these books, they're not like stories to be told to you. They're more of just information, for the most part. You see, the first part is the first page says chapter 1, the first appearance. It talks about nearly 400 years ago. From this seeker's recollection, there was a group that started to wander the Scorched Mountains. They had an eerie calmness about them, and they spoke of something called the light beyond the veil. He writes something, they wrote something in quotes that on this page. It says, the darkness is only frightening until it learns your name.
Oh, I don't like that.
some more scribbles going down, and more so not fully understanding what this meant, but believes that this was the first time that the hollow light has been encountered. And then goes on to write about their beliefs, how they teach how the world is incomplete. According to their writings, creation was never meant to exist as it does now. There was never supposed to be life, death, time, memory. All are fractures born from an ancient wound, is what the hollow light believes, and they believe that there's something special about the black clef.
Okay.
The hollow light believes that is where reality broke first. They called it the first scar. And he goes on to write more about how, to outsiders, the name of their cult seems contradictory. Like, why would a cult devote to shadow speak of light? And there's another, looks like a saying written in quotes. The brightest light casts the deepest shadow. Only within perfect darkness can the hollow light be seen. Question, the seeker writes a few more questions like with question marks behind them. Is the hollow light fire? Is it radiance? It goes on to write that the cult describes it as enlightenment stripped of hope, fear, memory, and desire. You turn the page a bit more and you see an inscription saying the chosen. Not every follower is permitted to descend into the obsidian spiral. Most spend years proving themselves through silence, fasting, and isolation. Only those believed to possess an unbroken mind are chosen. And the ritual that they use is simply known as the descent. For most that have tried to complete the descent, they usually do it alone, and most never return. There is only one writing of an individual that has returned, and it's written 2 words on a single line: Oren Mull.
Fuck.
There's another chapter, Reflections Beneath the Stone. The first followers believed they witnessed a shadow that took form. It wasn't flesh, but it was in reflection. The polished obsidian walls of this black cleft reflected something like hollow, and that's where the seeker believes their name for their cult has come from. And then there's another quote on this page that says, "Do not trust the stone that knows your face." There's more scribbling that goes on. He believes that the seeker believes that they found what could be resembled as a hierarchy in their cult. Some called the kindled. He believes those are like new initiates. And then veil bound, which were more experienced initiates, with the few who got to follow the rite of the descent. They were called the hollowed. And then a name, single name, for the only one that returned. They called the first voice. There's a last page. It almost seems like a warning. Here there's an actual name. Historian Alarin. You don't recognize this name, Ronnie. It's
Okay.
Yeah. And he writes, "Do not mistake the cult for madmen. Madmen seek destruction. These people seek understanding. That is what makes them dangerous. They ask questions no sane mind should ask, and eventually something answers." That's the last entry.
Let me finish writing this. Guys, I found some not so great news.
Okay. Let's go across.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a cult that had come up in some of our readings before.
Cult of Hollow Light?
Yes. This is another book about them. One of the seekers from a decent bit ago, it's not necessarily a newer book, was able to get some information on this cult, their workings, some of their beliefs. Orin Mall is a part of it. And in fact, I have worse news. Sounds like he might be the highest in their hierarchy. His name's the only one specifically mentioned in this cult. Because there's a ritual where they descend into this obsidian spiral. You have to be chosen to be able to do it. It's like a trial. He's the only one that's returned. And they call him the first voice.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I mean, no, I knew he wasn't, great. But it sounds like someone in their organization had probably seen the smoke dragon, would be my guess. They said that something in smoke had taken form, and that's basically what started this cult.
Mm.
And so now, well, I mean, we knew that he was trying to free it. But now I feel like we have more of a tie as to, it's not just him. Potentially it's a whole big bad group, not
The,
just a couple fanatic followers.
Is the shadow dragon she's talking about? Is the shadow drake, right?
Mhm.
Is it like official name?
It's
Drake?
it's a shadow drake that you guys, you guys, the thing that came out of that place when you guys were down below, that broke out of the monastery in Blackthorn, what looked like, yes, a drake made of smoke and shadow.
And then out of the pool,
A humanoid figure.
A humanoid figure that looked very similar to the same thing as the drake, but it looked like a person. A disfigured person with like long claws and all that, like very corrupt, if you would, like a corrupt, blighted person, but of the same material, kind of smoky shadow that kind of burst out of there and was released into the sky, where you the last moments before you guys passed out there saw it kind of join with that shadow drake.
They saw, not me.
Yeah, you were practically dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Footsteps stop
yeah.
for a moment as you explain what you read here, Ronnie,
Oh, interesting.
only to begin again. And it doesn't. Give me a perception check, please. All of you, or just one of you? It's a
I hope.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be bad for a second.
same. I thought that was gonna be a 3. Okay, so in this moment, Hathor, could you please? How is Hathor feeling in this moment right now? Where are you at?
he's angry. He's always mistrusted Wild Oak, and for her to be right about her assumptions, and for him still to not have ever told them anything, and for their dragons to be in danger, and he never even mentioned that. She's very angry and feels very betrayed. And so she's just leaning against the wall. Really has no interest in being here. She doesn't feel this changes anything. She's just kind of leaning against a wall and looking this way and that. Seeing if anything like interesting happens.
Okay. In this moment, well, you're trying to be. You heard the footsteps earlier. You're trying to clock them, but your feelings, your angst, your anger is unfortunately causing a distraction for you. You don't clock that those footsteps have started up again. Orlana, how are you feeling in this moment?
I'd say a bit more like, was it sympathetic for Wild Oak? Like, she was trying to pin, like, wondering if that connection of the first rider and him was similarities, and reading it answered that question, and she's just feeling sympathetic and understandable of why, he was harsh at times on us, being reckless with our dragons. And deep down, she just feels like, I just want to give him a hug to let him know it's okay.
As you, are you sitting in a chair? Are you standing up? What are you doing?
I'm sitting in a chair. I'm sitting in a chair right now.
As this is all playing out, and you think about these things, you don't clock the footsteps start back up again. Ronnie, though,
22.
you hear them.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you can like clock what corridor they're coming down now.
Mm-hmm.
And, as if like you remember how you got to this chamber again,
Mm-hmm.
and they're following down the exact same corridor that you
Oh,
guys came through. And so what are you doing? They're close. They're slow. They're walking slow. They're not like rushing to you. They're just kind of like walking.
I want to go. I want to try to. I want to go because I'm assuming they come out. Obviously, there's bookshelves.
Yeah. So essentially, there's a corridor here. There's one here. There's one that goes down that way. They're coming from this corridor over here, and I'm assuming you guys are in around the table here, so you'll see them come out from the corridor. Like they're not. It's an open area. Like you're gonna see them come out.
Yeah. Would I know from how close they sound if I could get to the other side over there? Or is it like, because I basically want to know if it's like a straight shot or if there's a couple twists and turns where I might be able to get over to the other side so that I can see them before they see me.
You remember as you know what? Roll me would be survival. So to remember the tracks, remember the corridors, or would be history? Probably history. Roll me a history.
Okay.
Okay.
16?
You would know that when you guys are walking here that like each one of these bends and these corridors that kind of go down, they're only about like 5 feet wide at the very most, with books on either sides, and they're just a simple little hall that go down. You would know that each one was about 30 feet ish long, and from the footsteps, they're about to turn the last corner to head down the corridor that's going to head into this room. You would know that on how close they were. Whether or not you could get from here to across where that corridor is, which is about 25 feet away.
Oh.
Before they turn the corner.
Okay, hold on.
You'd have to give me a stealth.
Yeah, I feel like that would be. I got the speed.
Yeah,
I
no,
just don't know if
the
I can do
speed's
it
not the issue.
stealthily.
It's just whether or not they're gonna turn that corner and look down the corridor and see you cross the path. That's the question right now. So, that would be a stealth 16.
Oh, means I have to roll a 14. My stealth is bad. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. Nope.
Okay. As you, Hathor, you see Ronnie start heading towards that corridor. Doesn't really give you any heads up on what's, well, it just starts heading that way. And you get close to it and you hear the footprints, the footsteps get louder. They're now echoing down there. And as you get to the corridor, you run past it. But then you hear a familiar voice. Ronnie? It's Rowena.
Oh.
Um,
Just gonna like skirt in my tracks. You're like, oh, you scared me. What are you doing down here?
um,
Ronnie?
as she approaches, you never gave me a description of what Rowena looks like, so if you could give me a brief one, if you have an idea on the top of your head, or I can make one up, but I'm just saying.
I'm trying to see if I had one real quick.
I looked, you didn't give me one, so unless you put someone somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't think I did.
Okay.
No, if you have one, because I
Okay.
did not make that.
You guys see this gentle figure step out into the corridor. Shoulder length brown hair with a braid or two cast into it. She's got her arms clasped like this, holding a couple of books in her arms. Simple like robes and tunics that are draping down. Actually, Ronnie, you noticed the robes before anything else. She's wearing historian robes. Which is very weird because usually in the order you don't get to become a historian unless you've been a seeker. And she's not much older than you. So for her to be a historian, something would have had to majorly happen for her to get to that level. Just being a few years older than you.
Yeah.
She steps out. She goes, "Oh, it's super exciting to see you here." As she looks down to, "Oh, and your friends are here too. This is interesting."
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
Highkeeper Pallion let us in.
Yes.
For
He
research.
did tell me that you were down here, and that you have access now to the library, which is interesting, to say the least. As she stands there, and then something catches her eye.
Mm-hmm.
What's on your back, Ronnie? Why do you have the ash root?
Listen. Highkeeper Pallion knows I have it. I didn't just take it. He's letting me use it.
Did he explain to you what it is?
Really old. From the first tree. He was curious to see what would happen if I touched it.
And what happened?
I got warm. And it kind of still feels a little warm in my chest. Like it traveled up my arm. But that was about it. He seemed kind of disappointed. I think he thought something cooler would happen.
You give me an insight, please.
Okay. Not great.
Is your mark covered up?
No.
Okay. Hathor, your mark is covered up, yes?
To some extent. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, so yeah.
But
It's still on my...
But I get, because the mark starts like here and goes in through your hand and around your wrist and up your arm. So if your hand's not covered, it would be kind of seeable.
She's wearing a long sleeve, but it's still visible on her hand.
Okay. And
It's Hathor's crossing her arms right now.
like this? Okay. Orlana, is yours covered up?
No, I'm just sitting
Okay.
like the way I'm sitting right now, just like
Okay.
hand on my leg, serving this.
Ronnie, you've caught this eye stutter almost that Rowena does. she has this thing where she begins to think very, very fast. She's always been a very fast, like someone who can run things real quick in her mind. And
Yeah.
you see that eye stutter happen almost instantly. As something runs through her mind, and then she stops as she sees your arm. Ronnie, where did you get that? As she points down at your mark.
Would you believe me if I said I just picked it up in a city just to remember it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna ask you something. It's
Okay.
it's gonna sound weird. Do you know what a solstice born is?
Yeah, I've heard that quite a bit in like the last 3 weeks.
Her eyes just go wide. And she's like, oh, oh, oh. And she almost drops the books as she starts to clap, like in her hands,
I would like
in front.
go to grab them.
Oh, she keeps good hold on the books, but it
Okay.
almost looks like she drops them as she starts clapping. She goes, oh, that must mean. And she looks over at you, Hathor, and you, Orlana, and then she spots the one on your hand, Orlana. Oh, you're all solstice borns. Oh, this is exciting. As she claps her hands more, she goes, that's why the ash root responded to you.
Yeah.
That's why Highkeeper Palion gave you access down here.
Yep.
Oh. And she just starts clapping as she now just kind of just walks away from you while you're standing there still and starts heading to the table. As she gets there and just puts the books that she's holding on down on the table.
As she's walking, I just kind of want to look at the other two and go, guys, I might be worse at keeping this secret than you guys were. And I might have been a bit judgy.
As she hits the table and she looks over at both Orlana and Hathor and goes, okay, first introductions. Hi, I'm Rowena. I am one of the Sanctum's historians. And I've done a lot of reading over the last few months. And I've come across a lot of interesting things that I didn't truly believe at first, but have come to now understand that are real. Now, this is going to sound weird. May I see your marks?
Why?
I just want to see how far they are.
He would be able to see mine. I'm in like sleeveless.
Yeah. So.
Same, like this her in a way.
Oh, okay. Can I examine it? She kind of her fingers are just kind of just doing this as she's look at.
Sure, here you go.
Don't bite.
She takes your arm, Ronnie, and she kind of goes along it and raises it. She goes, "Oh, tail's almost done. Okay, that means, yes, that means, okay. Can I see yours too?" As she walks over to you, Orlana, and kind of just waits there.
Yeah, it's Orlana, just so you don't have to say. So could you remember? But yeah.
Okay.
No, roll up my sleeve.
She takes your arm and does the thing, traces along the back of the spine and up the tail. She's like, "Oh, same. Okay. All right. And
tap her shoulder.
Are you okay?"
That,
as she looks at you, Hathor, just, "Are you okay? Can I see yours? Please?"
I really don't see the reason. Don't touch me.
I can give you some insight, maybe.
I'll unbelt her robe and shrug it off. Throw her out.
Oh, as she looks over and she like traces it, not touching you, but like with her finger like on the outside, just kind of. Yes, okay. Tail's almost done, which means you are, I believe in the 4th stage, of your bond, and you need to complete the rest of it until you've fully synced with your dragons, which means then you can communicate flawlessly with them, and what I believe. Hold on, as she kind of like turns and starts looking over the shelves, and then comes across a small little book. She pulls it out. She goes and just flips the last page and goes, "All right, you have to work together. That's how you finish the bond. You have to become one." Yes, that's what it says here.
Well, that's not the first time we heard that. We're trying. We're doing the best we can to work together.
As she's like looking around, and she's got this excited energy about her. Like this is incredibly amazing that she's come across this, and that she has met you guys, and then and all, like she's kind of bounding a little bit, and she notices the book that you guys are reading, the open one of Oakland Brimstone, and she goes, "Journal of the First Rider. That's that good read. Take your time. There are I believe we have one other one around here somewhere, another one, but I can't remember where it was left." Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. As she spins back to you, Ronnie. Okay, so how do I say this? So the ash root isn't just a weapon. It has very specific properties about it. It has the ability to how do I say this? Show you the past, present, and possible future. Or so I've read. Many of us down here have tried to use it, but this is the first time that it's been activated. You know what? That makes sense. Maybe you have to be a solstice born to activate. This is so very exciting. As you just see her mind just tracing and just running the theories of everything, just like standing there going, oh, freaking out.
Fangirling out over here.
Basically, that's what's happening right now.
Okay, do you know how that's supposed to happen?
Okay, so I don't fully understand how it's supposed to happen. There's only like a bit of text that says that it's possible. I would imagine that you would have to open yourself to it. But there was this thing that I read. I believe the ash root remembers. Yes, it remembers. But if you choose to look, be prepared for it to look back. But I haven't really read anything about anyone actually succeeding in attempting to do it. But because as High Keeper Palion told you that staff is old. It's part of the first tree that was in the Scorched Mountains that birthed the world itself. And it's part of its roots, so it's got like some major juju in it.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. But I don't quite know how to I couldn't tell you how to activate it.
Okay.
So, but what else have you guys been doing down here? Have you been what have you read so far? There's so much down here. I've only made it through about 20%.
I mean, 20% of this much is still impressive. How did you become... We can get to that later. I have read this one about the Hollow Light Vault.
Oh yeah.
And I've read the journal.
They seem like they're a bunch of crazy fanatics. There's a couple of other books that kind of mention them as well. A cult that kind of hangs around where the Black Clef is. There's a few books on the Black Clef too.
Yeah,
That I've
Keeper
come
Pallion
across.
put one here for us to read.
Oh, as she looks down, she sees it. She's like, "Oh, that one is just. It doesn't tell you everything. It tells you some stuff, but it doesn't tell you everything. Well, none of the books actually tell you everything. They all have bits and pieces of everyone's interpretation of what the world is right now.
Yeah.
But as she looks at you and she just kind of looks back and she's like, you all want to come and have a seat around the table?"
I mean, sure, if you've got more information, I'm definitely willing to listen.
She looks over at you, Hathor. Want to come sit down?
Fine.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so there's lots to experience here. And with you three being, where's your fourth?
I haven't found him yet.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Far it's just us three.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything I've read, there's always been a fourth. There was a fourth in the other journal that I read too. Oh, yeah. I wonder if you could still do it.
Do what?
Well, all the stuff that you Solsticeborn are supposed to be able to do. I wonder if you can complete the connection. Do you need all four? This is very interesting.
Let's see how far we got in the bond. I don't think we need 4. We are the sisterhood.
Oh, that's such a clever name.
Mhm.
Sisterhood. Ronnie's
Yeah, it's a quite scary.
Ronnie's always wanted some family or some siblings, and I tried as hard as I could to be like an older sister to her. And like, remember that time, I braided your hair, then I showed you how to hide a knife.
Yeah.
Remember?
How
Yeah.
I still hide them.
Super. That was fun. But I had to get to my studies, and we never really got. Like, I did as best as I could, but she's always. As she looks at both Orlana and Hathor, and she just goes, she's always felt lonely here. This is where you grew up, Ronnie, but it's not where your true home is, I don't think. Like,
I'm still figuring that out.
I was kind of look at Hathor for a second.
well,
I mean, it's true that I've always felt called elsewhere. I think I found elsewhere. That's how I found these two. It's not familiar.
the world's not supposed to be familiar.
Well, I know, but that's scary.
It's okay to be scared sometimes. That's how you explore. That's how you adventure.
Oh, I like this person.
Definitely been adventuring hard.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, kind of. If I'm so, I love being a historian. I really do. It's super fun and great, and I really do enjoy it. But if I'm being honest, I wish that I would have gotten to be a seeker.
How and when did you skip it? Because I don't remember you being a historian before I left.
High Keeper Palian thought it would be a, it was just shortly after you left, actually. He told me that there was things that I would have to learn. Now it makes sense. Wow. There was things I would have to learn to be of use to, I guess, you.
Huh. Like him and Wild Oak are the two different sides of the same coin here.
Wild Oak? Oh, he's got a peculiar way of writing.
He has a peculiar way of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What?
A what?
What do you mean peculiar way of talking? Like that journal, as she
Someone
points
else
to the
needs to
journal.
talk.
As she points to the journal, she goes, "That journal, is 1,200 years old."
Yep.
What do you mean peculiar way of talking? As she looks at you, Ryan, then kind of like scans over and looks to see the reaction between Orlana and Hathor, to see if there's any reaction from either one of you about this question she's asking.
Well,
Obvious. For solstice born. For riders. I believe Orlana just read in that book that Aldrich comes back from Umbral when there's riders.
Yes, but
I would say probably the best way to put it's like we'd ask him questions, and he just
so
wasn't helpful. The best way to put it.
hold on.
He's still alive. We've met him.
She's trying to like process what you've just said. She looks at. Let me get this straight. Because just because someone writes something in a book doesn't make it factual. Someone can write, it's a journal. They write things in there. So realistically, maybe 400 years didn't pass, because that's what that journal says, that 400 years passed. You don't have to believe it just because someone writes it, right? Like you got to fact check, and we got to find out what's real and what's not real. So I didn't actually believe that he was still alive. But you're telling me he's alive?
Yeah.
Yep. And going strong.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So that explains a lot more then. Especially if you read the next journal. That explains. I gotta find it now. I'll find it in a moment here. But let's get back to the ash root. I believe you have to attempt to look into it to activate its ability. I was very curious to see if it works. Very curious. What else have you guys all learned? What have you been through? This sounds
Inconceivable?
well, no. I've read a lot about the Solstice Born. There's quite a few books about it. But at the same time, everything is just written in someone's version of events. So you have to take it all with a mild grain of salt, because you can't just believe everything you read. So this is so interesting. Please, can you guys tell me about some of the things that you've experienced? Like, I don't want to seem insensitive. Oh, whatever. Do you have dragons?
Yes.
Oh! I knew they were real. I knew it. Reckford always teased me about it, but I knew it.
Oh, who cares what that guy thinks anyway?
Well, now that he's out in the world doing his seeking, apparently I have to.
Well, just have one of the other historians take his books.
Mm.
That's fair. I don't really take books from the seekers right now. I'm more of a librarian, I guess you could say. Here, I organize and keep the library, and just, well, spend my days reading about it. But as she looks around and she looks at you, Orlana, and looks at you, Hathor, and she goes, How did you know? How did you know?
Whatever. Just felt the calling. You know, it's a while back, and I just felt something calling, and took a step on the road, and that journey turned into where we're at now.
Well, while you say that, she pulls out a little notebook that she has like tucked in her robe, and she's got a little quill, and she opens it up, and she just starts writing as you're saying that. Oh yeah? Can you explain the calling?
Oh,
Are they
I know,
anything
like
like what
Ted-
Ronnie's nightmares were like?
Oh, those are bad.
I don't think I had nightmares.
Do
but no, Hathor, did you have nightmares on your calling?
Oh, I had dreams all my life, as I can remember.
Oh,
I've been in the mountains, in the keep, and they liked me so much I even got them marked onto my back. They didn't stop them.
marked on your back? Like you got tattoos of what they are?
I do.
Again, not to seem insensitive, could I see them?
No.
Okay, maybe I have to warm up to you. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
I have the
she's-
time, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she's just pretend like the air smack Hathor. Like, yeah, she could be a handful, but once you get on her good side, she's a good person.
I don't believe that I'm ever gonna get on that good side. Just
Well,
Okay, you might
we
have
beef
to
too
kinda,
much.
yeah, you
You-
might have to duke it out. You guys might actually have to like kind of fight a little bit. Maybe that's how you guys get on the good side.
Little does Rona know that she's already on Heather's good side.
Yeah, I know.
Look at
She
Hathor.
just doesn't feel like it compared to Orlana.
How's your eyes feeling? I feel bad for poking them now.
Wait. Did Ronnie? I don't think Ronnie ever knew that you had tattoos. I don't know.
No, I didn't know either.
If this was... You didn't either?
Nope,
Well-
not
Okay.
at all.
Dang.
It's news to me.
I was like, I don't believe this has ever come up in conversation.
Inside check.
Inside check. Did it hurt? As you guys chat, Rowena just kind of like Rowena just looks you over, and she's got this like quiet excitement on her face as you guys speak to one another, and then she just kind of says, "How can you trust one another if you haven't fully bonded yet?"
Look at Hathor. Kind of nod. Should I say it?
No fucking sisterhood.
Oh, Heather will shrug.
The best way you can trust someone if you're willing to let them kill you. That's how I feel.
I don't agree with this
Them.
knowledge whatsoever.
That
I was brought into the sisterhood not knowing this was a part of it. Just for the record.
Rowena just looks at you, Orlana, and just goes, "That's an interesting take."
Yeah. You know, Hathor, you know, if she had to kill me, I would accept it. Like, trust you to do it properly.
All right. As she seems to scribble something else in her notebook, and then she closes it and moves to the side. She goes, Ronnie, can you put the ash root on the table?"
Sure. Put on the table.
And she reaches forward and she kind of runs a finger down the petrified wood. And you see what looks like, as she hits each of the crystals, the amber crystals that are taut between the knots, each one kind of just goes, ch, ch. It like lights up a little bit as if she's like triggering it. And she's like, see, that's all I ever get out of it. It's just kind of like does that. So what does it look like when you hold on to it, Ronnie? Like, what does it look like when you focus on it? I'm very curious.
Oh, we can find out. I wasn't fully paying attention.
Oh, okay. Maybe do it as she like kind of like pushes back from the table. Go, maybe do it over there, not right on the table, but maybe just pick it up and put it and do it over where you're standing there. Just in case.
Is it safe to do it with all the books, or should we go back to the room where it was kept?
It should be fine. It shouldn't. It shouldn't start any fires.
Okay, historian. This one's on you.
Would someone say fire?
Oh. No fires in here, Bubba. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stand back a little bit in like the middle of this little open chamber. And I'll go ahead and hold it in my hand. Just kind of focusing on how it feels and what I'm feeling as I'm holding it, trying to hone in on it.
Give me Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no. My worst skill.
The way I'm just visualizing this is, what's it, Rowena in front, then Ronnie in front, right next to Hathor.
Oh, 16.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
As you grip onto the staff and both hands wrap around it, Hathor and Alana, you see these amber crystals that are knotted between each one of the knots that go down. There's about 7 of them. They start to then light individually all the way down. Ronnie, you immediately begin to struggle. Your mind begins to get whipped from one place to another, non-stop. You, Hathor and Orlando, you start to see how Ronnie is holding onto the staff, and she seems to be she visibly seems to be struggling.
Ronnie?
She does not respond. You see the mark on her hand begin to light as it slowly begins to light from the head, going all the way up into the back, across the wings, into the tail. And as it's doing that, Hathor and Orlana, yours begin to form a dull light as well. You just feel...
Can I take a step forward and I will just place my hand on her shoulder?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking doing the same, like,
on
I'll
her
go on
shoulder?
the other side of Hathor and go on the other side. Put my arm on her shoulder too.
As you step forward, you see what looks like Rowena kind of back up a little bit. Not like she's expecting something not good to happen, but like this is new to her.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach Ronnie and you place a hand on her shoulder, you can feel what her shoulder is warm. And when you touch her shoulder, it almost... you get what feels like a surge of flashes in your mind. Uncontrolled. And in that moment, I'd like you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Hathor. And Orlando, you touching as well?
Yeah.
I would like one from you as well.
Okay.
That should be a dirty... oh, almost 19.
17.
This might be the first time we've all rolled really well on a Constitution.
This is
saving
the first
throw.
time I've
Just
ever
saying.
gotten above 5, I think.
Yeah.
Just so we were on the same page, above table, Ronnie, you failed it first. Just so you're aware.
Oh,
Orlana,
that's fair.
you've failed as well.
Okay.
The only one who's passed
I
is
have my
Hathor.
inspiration.
A paladin came in handy, though. I got a +2 to all my saves.
Constitution is 0.
Mine too.
Ronnie, sorry, Orlana, Ronnie, you're still standing there as you grip the staff, and
Yep.
your hands are holding on to it. And Orlana, as you touch her shoulder, your mind becomes filled with what looks like flashes of memories. For moments, you could see ones that look like they're your own, but then you see others, and you're just whipping like a slideshow that just keeps on repeat across your eyes. Ronnie, you're still feeling the same thing. Hathor, you put your hand on Ronnie's shoulder, and as you do, the slideshow slows down for you a little bit, but it keeps going, and it's quite intense. As you're the only one who is somewhat coherent at this moment, and you hear from behind you, Rowena, grab the staff.
Grab it.
You grab it. The second you place your hand on that staff, Ronnie, the slideshow that's been whipping past your eyes slows. The images become a little more coherent, but it's still chaotic. I would like you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. The DC is 12 this time. Hathor, you can do it with advantage because Hathor is aiding you right now.
Yay.
You, Ronnie, snap to and become coherent of what is going on, and you see before you, as you're holding the staff, you see Hathor has a hand on it as well. But you see Orlana is just standing there, and her head is just kind of like doing this as these visions are snapping through her mind as she's holding onto your shoulder. You see the marks, Ronnie. You see your mark fully illuminated. Hathor, you see your mark has fully illuminated, and you see Orlana's is dull still.
Yeah, I would like to reach out and grab Orlana's other hand that's not on my shoulder and place it on the staff as well, seeing that Hathor's is on there, to try to maybe focus her in on it.
In the moment when you reach out and you grab Orlana's hand and it touches the staff, all three of you are whipped back into that frenzy of images. You're all overtaken, and at first it feels like nothing is making sense. You see hundreds, if not thousands, of moments flashing before your eyes. You see faces you don't recognize. You see wars and cities and dragons. You see forests glowing. You see mountains collapsing. You see kingdoms rising and falling. You see images of chaos. Each appear for only a heartbeat before being ripped away from you again, and slowly they become more focused. Ronnie, suddenly, from all the chaos in all of the moments that are flashing before your eyes, you start to recognize some of them as they pop in and out, almost as if they're memories of your life. The first thing you see is what looks like your parents. their final moments. You see it clear as day. Before the last time you were in this vision, it was foggy. You couldn't really tell. This is clarity. The next one that shifts is a time when Rowena was braiding your hair.
Mm-hmm.
And you both were talking about what it would be like to experience the outside world.
Yeah.
Just as quickly, that one snaps away and another one snaps in. Your first steps outside of the sanctum. How excited and terrified you were at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
The steps beyond the monastery gate turn into the journey that you took that led you to the Arendor Mountains. The trek you took to the mountain tops. The gates of Durnrath. The flight on Obi's back. His first flight after his injury. Coming down. Heading towards Red Hollow. The freedom that you felt in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hathor. The whipping memories casting before you begin to become clear. You don't, other than pictures, you don't remember your father's face. But here you clearly see in perfect clarity him smiling as you both play hide and seek. You feel warmth and safety, joy. Then suddenly you feel cold. As the darkness overtakes you. You see the river crashes over you. Panic, helplessness. It's silent beneath the surface. And it shifts again. You're standing at the gate of Dunewood and you hear the scream as you run to see the wolf standing over your mother. Its eyes, its howl. Suddenly it shifts again and you're in Alderholt, looking at the mountain up, seeing Orlana for the first time. Your journey through the snow caps and Durnrath for the first time. Those blue eyes that just ate into your soul. The first time you took Pyre out for a flight and managed to narrowly escape not crashing into the side of a mountain. You feel like the flight is where you belong. Orlana. The chaos in front of you has overtaken you. And almost as if instantaneously it calms. As before you, you see your mother gently kisses your forehead as a newborn. A moment you never thought happened. Until now. And that rips away from you quickly as suddenly you look up and you see this claw coming across and striking your face as the bear attacks. You feel terror. You feel scared. You hear your father's voice, and then suddenly it shifts again. And your father's placing a bow in your hands for the first time. You see pride fill his face. Then you're walking away from Red Hollow as you look back and you see the elder and your father waving at you as your village begins to disappear in the distance. And next you see Hathor for the first time as you enter Alderholt. You approach the mountains. You remember those ice blue eyes. Remember the gates at Durnrath and your first flight on Rigor, where you did crash into the side of the mountain. But Rigor, being as strong as he was, able to claw up the side of it and launch you back into the air. Suddenly, the entire library melts away, and all three of you are standing before a vast crater. It's old. At the center of this crater rests what looks like a perfectly still lake. And rising from its waters is one single enormous tree. Its branches stretch toward what looked like an opening where the lake spills into the crater. It's silence and then suddenly movement. And all three of you see Oren Mall standing at that entrance. But he's not alone. Beside him, you see that enormous sylph wolf. You see Clyde. No longer human. That monstrous creature he had become. And then Ronnie, you notice a third creature. You recognize it only from the stories that you have been told. You went out trying to find this thing once, with no luck. The ash-born Gorger. You see all three of them standing beside Oren, and they look infected. But when you look at the water, you see that majestic sylph wolf as it once was. You see Clyde as he once was. The Gorger as it once was. But Oren Mall, his reflection is hollow. Suddenly you find yourself at that entrance that leads down. It opens up into what looks like a massive cavern where you can hear running water. And then you see all 4 of them against the back wall, where you notice an archway, massive. The one thing that looks familiar are the runes that mark around it, look identical to the solstice gate. The air hums here. Before any of you can dare step forward, this vision shatters like glass and crumbles around you. And all 3 of you are violently pulled back to the library. The ashen root files silent. Your arms, all 3 of your arms, burn. Oh, do they burn. As you look down at them, you feel the final links of your marks. And in that moment, as you look at that completed dragon on your arm, it almost looks like it flaps its wings in place. What do each of you think in this moment?
Hathor's looking down at. Are kind of confused, like that's what it took, but okay. Cool. And
You think that?
that's what she's thinking.
Okay. Orlana and Ronnie. You as Hathor thinks that, you both feel like she just spoke to you.
Oh no.
It's not good.
Oh,
Oh,
guys, I thought this was just
What?
gonna be with our dragons.
Yeah. What was that?
What?
What do you say, Hathor?
didn't see. Hathor said.
I mean, I feel like that was a pretty big leap for us, all 3 working together. So I don't know why
Yeah.
we're necessarily surprised that that's all it took.
I mean, it wasn't
And
a situation.
Ronnie's just gonna be looking down at it and be like, "Yeah, it's so cool."
You hear from behind you all, Rowena. Whoa. Can I get a... Would it be perception? No, let's call it insight. Can I get an insight from all 3 of you, please?
Okay.
Yes.
15.
Oh, so close, man.
19.
13.
Oh.
I had to do math.
Anytime you all have tried to reach out to your dragons, the only response you've gotten is that heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, you hear what sounds like breathing in the back of your mind. Where is it? Okay. Where is it? There it is. As Rigor, you as Orlana, you're familiar with Rigor's breathing.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds just like him. Hathor with Pyre and Ronnie, you can hear Obi's breathing in the back of your mind. All of you can. You've all completed your abilities.
Yay.
Now what you've gained from them is yet to be learned.
Yeah.
But at that moment, when you were close, within a few feet of each other, you essentially were able to hear Hathor's thoughts.
That was really good.
Guys. Oh boy.
Get away from me.
We're gonna have hula hoop distancing at all times.
Yeah.
No.
Don't come into my orbit.
Your arms out and just come here.
When you practice social distancing.
It's essentially oh, by the way, you all level up.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
Essentially what has kind of happened is you guys have gained the ability. You have like a passive telepathy
So crazy.
that just kind of activates itself. It's new to you guys,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it just happened. So whether or not you know how to control it would be another ball game. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But as you guys come out of this experience, you all feeling like you're all exhausted,
Yeah.
like tired.
Oh, that was the experience.
Yeah, my brain hurts.
Yeah.
That was a lot of flashing nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys all see what I saw?
We talked about
The tree
Snoring.
in the crater?
yeah.
I mean, yes, but also before that. The flying fox.
I mean, I saw mine.
I saw mine.
I saw both my parents dying very clearly this time, which is unfortunate.
Question, DM.
Yes.
As Hathor mentioned that, did we see all of
No,
Or
you
it's-
saw you no.
okay.
So essentially, before all three of you touched the staff to stabilize the vision that was happening,
Mhm.
you were seeing fragments of thousands of memories, not just yours, like
Okay.
everyone's. anyone who has come in contact with the staff, anyone who was a solstice born, thousands of memories, all of them were flashing before you.
Dang.
It took the moment for all three of you to work together to stabilize the vision, essentially.
Okay.
You learn a bit more about this staff, though. I'll tell you more about it later, but you
Okay.
learn more
Cool.
about this staff. So it looks like your marks are complete. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it burned.
It looked like it did. It looked like it was lighting up your arm pretty good. Well, a couple questions. Real quick. You all saw a tree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. And Ronnie, you said something about you saw your parents dying?
Yeah. It was something I had seen. I was given a vision of it earlier.
A vision of your
couple
parents
days ago.
dying?
Yeah.
That is excessive. Who would do that?
Would die?
Live.
No, make you watch it.
Yeah, twice. They have a real sick sense of humor.
So hold on. Then do you know who your parents were?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I found that out like 2 days ago. We have a lot to catch up on.
Okay. That's good. You guys were in there for a while.
How long?
Well, see, it's kind of, you can't really tell what time of the day it is in here because, well, we're, underground. But I sat here. I was able to read a book while you were in your vision there, and not one of the small ones. As she taps her hand on a tome that's about this thick.
Oof.
You all just kind of stood there, blank staring for a while. At first, you looked like you were gonna collapse because everything was kind of going crazy. And then when you all touched the staff, it's like everything calmed. It was exciting to see, but also didn't quite know what was happening. Then I waited a little while longer, and you all just kind of stood there. And then I waited a little while longer, and you were still kind of just standing there. So then I decided to start reading to see what might have happened because I didn't know what was really going on. And I got halfway through the book, and you were all still standing, probably a few hours, at least a few hours.
Jeez, it didn't seem like it was that long.
If
Yeah,
not,
for sure.
it was not longer, actually. So I read, yeah. Do your legs hurt?
Everything kind of hurts.
I feel stiff, but I'm exhausted.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Well, this is all very exciting, and I am going to pick all of your brains about everything because, well, you see, I didn't get to be a seeker, so I didn't get to go find out about the world. But with you guys here, I can find out about your world, and I can write my own book. That'd be so
I
cool.
like it.
Mhm.
That'd be so cool.
Let's do it.
But if I'm being honest, and as she stands up, you hear gurgle, gurgle as her stomach kind of like growls. She's like, I believe I've missed dinner. I'm kind of hungry. So can we meet up tomorrow in here and discuss a little more? Because that would be really,
Yeah.
really, really awesome.
Yeah, I'm down. I still have to read about the Black Cleft, and I mean, you might be able to help us with that. Give me more information on apparently a more complete book than this one, at least.
Well, okay. There's many books that have been written about the area. They all kind of tell their own little story about it.
Okay.
Nothing about a tree though.
How about a crater? Anything?
Oh yes, no. The Black Cleft has been
That's
referred
what it
to as a
is.
massive crater a lot. Some books call it the scar on the world. And such. Yes. Oh, for sure. It was definitely. It's apparently, from what I've read, not too far from here either. So that's always, I guess, good if you have to travel there, which I don't think you'd want to travel there because it's just not very friendly out there. But anyways, I'm hungry and I'm tired, so I'm gonna go and get in for the night, and hopefully I'll meet you all down here bright and early tomorrow. We can go through everything.
Sounds good.
Okay. As she begins to just walk, she's like, well, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. As she did.
Question:
Yes.
Is Hathor and Ronnie still kind of within that few feet around Orlana at the moment?
Are you
walking
all
off?
still standing around each other?
I don't think I moved.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, no, you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
so
then
yeah.
they're gonna hear her thought that she wants to send a message to Rowena as she's walking.
No.
So what are
don't
you
do
gonna
that.
say?
I'm gonna scratch him like you became the official historian of the sisterhood.
Okay, hold on. So, what do you think when you say that? Like, you're thinking about doing something. What do you say in those words specifically?
I'm thinking of like before I hit my copper wires, like I'm gonna send a message to Rowena, a good message.
You're all within about 4 feet of each other because you're still in a little circle around the staff. You both hear Orlana think that. It just appears in your mind.
Why don't
She
you just say it
doesn't
to her?
speak.
Why do you gotta cast a message?
That's gonna take us a couple steps back.
We're gonna cast it.
Okay, no. Hathor, you take a couple steps back. Okay.
You're just gonna look at Ronnie to say in my head, it's fun.
How many steps back
Get
do
him
you
with this.
take?
Yeah, solid 3.
3? Okay. Orlana, you whisper in your head again.
Yeah, looking at Ronnie because it's fun. Getting him with the message.
As Orlana says that, and you're stepping back, you notice that the volume decreases slightly as you step back, which would give you the thought that this is probably a close range thing, potentially. So I was wondering if any of you were going to test that.
Yeah, that's Rowena's
Ronnie's
walking.
too sleepy. I feel like, honestly, Ronnie doesn't even realize that Orlando's not saying that out loud currently. She is so tired.
You guys are like essentially what you just experienced with that together and the surging of the, because this staff, not only do you look into it to try to figure out the past, the future, and all that stuff, this thing reads you.
Yeah.
So it pulls energy from you while it's doing it. So you guys would essentially be at the level of, you would all have one level of exhaustion on you. You would be you're exhausted, right? Coming out of this this check, like, not so much as you have the negative effects of exhaustion for that first level, but you would, that's what your body feels like. That's how you feel.
Okay.
It's not long before you start to notice that the lanterns that are in this chamber start to extinguish themselves. One by one.
We should probably go before it gets too dark in here.
Yeah. We go the way to that mural. We show after that before we get out of here.
No, because we can't exit up through Highkeeper Ballion's room. We have to go back the way we came. We can try that tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what I want to show. We have through that, but okay. If that works, that works. Okay. Let's go.
I don't even know if that door is open. I don't even know if I can open that door.
You look back at the two bronze doors and they are not open. They are closed.
Yeah, I don't know where the super secret button is. Notch. Stone. Thing. We gotta go to bed before I forget the way out of here.
Get the way.
Okay. Let's go.
As you guys begin to head towards the corridor, the lanterns continue to extinguish one by one, as if like you were leaving and they're kind of going out behind you as you go. Soon most of the lanterns have gone out, but for some reason around you it still seems bright. Your arms are still illuminated. The mark is still glowing. But they do not feel painful. They do not feel like they're searing anymore. They feel like whatever was happening has completed.
Okay.
You head through the corridors and you get back to the gate. You press your hand on the same stone as you saw before, and you press into it, and you see that rune pop up, and the door slides open again. And you step through into now the scorched mountains. The sun has set over the peak of them, and it's creating this goldish, reddish hue that kind of casts over the mountains. This is one of your favorite times of the day you used to experience, Ronnie. Sitting here, looking out over the scorched mountains, as you see a bit of the smoke rise up into the sky, but that goldish reddish hue that kind of shimmers and changes the look of these mountains. These mountains during the daytime look chaotic. They look dangerous, deadly even. But right now they look majestic. They look mystic in a way. They look beautiful.
as we're walking up, Ronnie's gonna see this and just gonna kind of pause, be like, yeah, this is why it was my favorite spot here. I always hoped I'd be able to bring family to see this site. Glad I got to bring you guys here at least.
It's a
Probably the
lovely view.
closest I'll have to that.
You know, Ronnie, family isn't also about blood. But people that care for you. Will do what it takes to go to hell back for you. Give her a little fist to the shoulder. Family
She's
to
gonna
me.
stumble a little. Oh, I wasn't ready.
As you
You're my
guys
family.
head out through the corridor that leads to the stairwell. Are you guys, where are you heading to?
Bed.
Bed? Okay.
Yeah.
As you head up to your rooms, Ronnie, are you going to your room and Orlana Hathor are going to theirs kind of thing? Or, yeah, okay. As you all head off, any last words before you turn in?
You guys want me to wake you up in the morning? Or do you guys want to sleep in? And I can come find you.
Sleep it. Unless you're planning on fighting what's his face again, then we'll wake us.
You're-
I mean, I didn't talk to him about that. I did tell him there'd be a rematch. No planned fight.
I'm gonna sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sleep in a bit. Hey, who knows, maybe after we could have a rematch tomorrow. If you want.
Most,
If you want.
most of the sanctum has peeled off. You see a few people in the common areas still relaxing and reading and doing their meditations, but for the most part, everyone's kind of peeled off, and it's gotten later. And as you peel off into your rooms and go to lay down and rest, anything you do before you guys fall asleep?
Hathor makes sure that her armor and sword is still there.
Oh, it is.
Cool.
I kind of want to really focus on that. What Hathor kind of mentioned while we were down there with the staff about seeing if did see her pass as well when I seen Ronnie's. Just briefly thinking for a moment. Just look at Hathor. And holding up after that fight.
Right?
Yeah, our fight.
I'm doing alright. Door.
Yeah.
Asking a little bit.
You had some good punches.
I know.
Just kind of curious, Thor. I know through your rugged, tough persona on the outside, if what Ronnie mentioned down there about our dragons, are we going to be okay if that goes down? If we go down that road?
Well, you know, Wilder lost his mind after losing his dragon. But he didn't leave. He's still here. We know that Fenric is also still here. think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
We got each other, but
That's true. Yeah.
I have a feeling the outcome is going to be very different from when Varro sacrificed himself.
Yeah. I think so too. It's like you said, we got each other, so. Yeah. I know you don't mean it. Coming off all tough. Shrugging people off, but deep down I know there's a good person in there. Gotta get comfortable with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just walk over and give her a quick hug. A little pat on the back. It's okay. Then go lie down.
Okay. You lay down, Orlana, and it doesn't take long for sleep to take you. Hathor? Any last
Okay.
moves? You lay down and you just out. Ronnie? Just crashing
Oh.
hard.
I face planted into the bed.
Fair.
Ow, bop.
Pull
Sleep
the strings to
takes-
see if you break the bed or not.
All three of you. Who's the first awake?
I
Not
think
me.
I would be.
Yeah,
Okay.
see Ronnie.
As you go to open your eyes, you hear running water. You hear crashing waves, the call of seagulls. And as you open your eyes, you see that obsidian roof above you still. That's,
Oh.
you look over and you see Gita's legs hanging off the edge of the bed.
Fuck yeah.
Oh gosh.
You see Chris kind of curled up in a little bit of a ball, gripping his pillow. And then you look over at Bird's bed and he's not there. And that's what will end it tonight.
Still's back, baby.
Yeah.
Duda, let's go.
Woo.
All right, so that being said, you all level up to level 7. The sooner the better would be great, so I can make sure I get the new things made up and all that stuff, and I don't forget them.
Yep.
We are going to take probably a 2-week hiatus, though. Probably won't play next week or the week after that. Take a little bit of a break here. And then I was thinking that we would move back to Tuesday nights if you guys are okay with that. Because the reason why we moved to Wednesday nights was because my wife was opening Wednesday mornings, but now she's been getting Thursday morning openings weekly.
Yikes.
And it's frustrating. So I end up being down here, and she's got to be up in 3 hours to go get ready for work, right? So, again, something that we can talk about later. It's nothing written in stone, but I was thinking that if she continues to get Thursday morning openings, it might be better for us to move back to Tuesday nights. If that works for everybody, obviously, if there's a hiccup in that, then there's a hiccup in it, and we stay the course. But it's just a thought that's been going through my head because she has been getting regularly when Thursday opens. So.
Yeah.
I have a question. Gita also levels up to level 7?
Did I level you guys up last time? I don't think I did.
No, I believe
No,
I'm
no.
still at.
I think you guys are
What?
still.
You got
We're
so 5.
babies.
Hold on. No, hold on. Yeah, I think you guys are just level 5 right now.
So do we level up at all or no?
No, not on that side. You're like, I want to
They've
level
been
up so
sleeping.
bad. You guys have been sleeping for like
It's
a while.
been a day.
Not even. You had one night.
Oh, I have questions I need to ask Rowena though. Dang it.
Well, write them down.
God. Yeah, write them
Mhm.
down
I
now.
did. I
Good.
did.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Because I already forgot the mid-session, and I was like, crap, what was I gonna ask again?
Good that you wrote them down because that's very important. Anyways, hey everybody, appreciate you watching, appreciate you hanging out, appreciate you being here. We really do appreciate all of that. And like Ruben said at the beginning of the session tonight, we had a little bit of an ad for things. Now, mind you, that is something that, if it is possible, will help me be able to improve things for the channel. Maybe get different. I already bought a voice mod, I believe it is, and things like that to try to improve the overall aspect. If anyone went down that road, you don't have to, but if you want to get some pretty cool swag and some merch and all that stuff, all the t-shirts have something to do with what's happened in one of the campaigns we run. Riding the Beast quite literally was because one of the other players in another campaign decided he was going to jump on the back of a werewolf. That's why that shirt exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Chess Love, again, it's about something that happened. They all exist because of a thing. Anyways, it's another great way to support the channel, but again, don't have to. We're not asking you to do so, but if you want to, that would also be kind of cool. I don't know. That sounds it's weird trying to plug yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
You know, it's weird trying to do that. Anyways, we do appreciate everyone that hangs out with us. We will be taking a 2-week hiatus, so we will not be back until no, give me that right there. So we will be back probably the 12th of August is when we'll be back. Couple of reasons for that. One is my brain is a little scrambled right now, and I would like to maybe take a couple weeks off and just not have to, because it's hard. Yeah, I mean, it can be very hard. Also very fun, but hard as well. And two is just it's nice to take a break sometimes. And it's also really hot out, and let's just and that. So when we come back, you guys will be back in the Shattered Vale, ready to explore. I wrote down all the notes too. I know that Syl wants to go check out the apothecary. I know that.
Yep.
I also have some surprises for you guys that have happened because I'm trying to figure out how to deal with something that I had to deal with. So yeah. Anyways, we're back in Shattered Vale, and I'm super excited about that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super excited about that, and that's a little change up.
Me too.
But
I get to be a monk again.
I get to be a monk again. But thank you all for hanging out.
Sneaky character.
Have a wonderful night, and until next time, deuces.
Bye.
Dice, shadows deep, dragons soar, secrets keep. Dungeons, dark treasures glow. Through the night, heroes grow. Roll for initiative, heroes' hearts so definitive. Take your chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Every quest, every fight, dreams are born in the light. Legends rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call. Fall for initiative. Heroes are so definitive. Take a chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Ever initiative, heroes' hearts so definitive. Take your chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Take your chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Every quest, every fight, dreams are born in the light. Legends rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call. Mountains rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call.